Well, hello dear viewers and welcome to Level Up Reviews. This is Wolf and today I'm back with Wizardry 3 Legacy of Llylgamyn. Let's jam! Last time, Surtech developed Wizardry 2 Knight of Diamonds, which is a legendary game. And despite of the fact that second game's sales suffered because it required first game to play it, it was successful enough to make the third game. You see, Surtech was quite confident in the game's sales. Wizardry had pretty good market and it was gaining its footing internationally. Finally, a Japanese publishing company called ASCII approached Surtech. They wanted to release Wizardry in Japan. So, Robert Woodhead went to Japan to make Wizardry compatible with Japanese computers. Luckily for him, coding the game in Pascal paid off quite well. This is the time where Robert Woodhead pretty much fell in love with Japan. He would spend a lot of his time in Japanese bars, apparently playing backgammon with Iranian pilots. Finally, Robert Woodhead went back to develop Wizardry 3. And unfortunately, there was a problem from the outset. You see, Llylgamyn was misspelled. It was supposed to be spelled with just one L, but unfortunately, game was released before anything could be done about this. Robert Woodhead was furious about the mistake. Wizardry 3 has significant improvements in it. This is why the release of the game was delayed. It is a first Wizardry game that is using a window manager. This helped graphics to improve significantly. And of course, because of more complex nature of the game, 3 more members were added to the team of Robert Woodhead and Andrew Greenberg. Robert Del Flavio Jr., Joshua Mittelman, and Samuel Pottle, collectively known as Wizardry Adventures Research Group. They have been playtesting Wizardry games before and working on little details, but on Wizardry 3 they had far bigger roles. Wizardry 3 Legacy of Llylgamyn came out on February 21st, 1983 for Apple II, and it had a pretty good reception, all in all. Computer Gaming World said that this game was showing signs of maturing and improving. Softline Reader named it second most popular program in 1984, falling behind LoadRunner. There was one more problem awaiting Wizardry 3 on its release. A program sold for $40, WizPlus. This allowed players to edit the characters. So, with this program, you could pretty much play Wizardry in God mode. No monster could actually challenge you. Robert Surtech hated this, and if the game was edited, Surtech would not refund the game. It was not because of money, mind you, but because, as Robert Surtech said it himself, Wizardry was about challenging yourself, and without a challenge, Wizardry games lost its point. Woodhead, on the other hand, could not care less. As he said it himself, he had better programs to hack Wizardry than WizPlus. This time around, the story does not follow the heroes from the older games, but actually their descendants. You will need to have save games from either Wizardry 1 or Wizardry 2. You cannot create a new character in this game. So, owning a prior game is still required. And all of this despite of the bad experience with the sales. Since you're the descendant of the older heroes, you inherit their skills. And their memory for some reason. Well, maybe they told them the stories of their adventures. In this game, natural disasters plague the world. Floods and earthquakes damage the city of Llylgamyn. Finally, the astronomers discover that meteors are going to crash onto the planet and destroy it. And no, I'm not inserting Ghostbusters clip here because it's been overdone and overplayed. Anyways, priests of the old religion explain that this is happening because of the death of Great World Serpent. Only way to stop this is to go to a layer of Lickbrass a great dragon and one of the 5 children of the World Serpent, and recover a mystic orb. So, leaders of the Llylgamyn summon the descendants of the heroes of the old and charge them with recovering the orb. However, to recover the orb, you need party of both good and evil characters. You see, a good characters can access level 2 and level 4, and evil characters can access level 3 and level 5. You will need a mixed party on level 6. Luckily, it's very easy to change the alignments. If you encounter non-aggressive party, if you do not attack them, you'll become good. If you do attack them, you become evil. The game plays pretty much the same as the older games, although dungeons of course are much tougher, and I did get lost couple times in them. To make the long story short, you will need to recover Crystal of Evil from level 4 by defeating Delph. On level 5, you will recover Crystal of Good by defeating some Crusaders and the Spider. To get to the level 6, you need to answer the puzzle, either on level 5 or level 4. On the level 6, you will need Neutral Crystal, which you get by combining Crystal of Good and Crystal of Evil. Lick Brass will let you pass. You get an orb in the exchange for the Neutral Crystal. Finally, you go back to Leaders of Llylgamyn and restore the balance. It's a very challenging and a fun game. Since I review mostly older games at this point, I usually speak about which games are inspired by Wizardry or Ultima, but Wizardry 3 is interesting in this way because it was inspired by an older game. Robert Woodhead told the tale that one of his friends nearly reached the goal of the game before the computer crashed. The game was D&D on Play-Doh, and the goal was to recover an orb. 5 steps away from the exit, the computer crashed, leaving it unfinished. But its legacy would never die. Legacy of Llylgamyn truly lives up to its name, and brings us to simpler times of what games were like before they were available to the general public. And I am very thankful to Sirtag for giving us this experience. But I do have to be truthful. Wizardry 3 is still a very generic dungeon crawler, with not that much originality in it and not that much innovation. Something that we will not say about the next entry. And shout out to my brand new subscribers, LazyP666, Paul Frains, Martin Lawrence, Samanoske, Is2Cool Scooby, and all the rest of you whose names unfortunately I do not see. And special thanks to Nidium, High Functioning Medium, and Sunny87. I really appreciated your words, and thanks for the support.
If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.